And we begin this hour in Mpumalanga, where residents of Mataffin community in Mbombela are facing severe health risks as sewage spills into their homes and yards, particularly during heavy rainfall. Some families have reported that the waste reaches knee level inside their homes, endangering both adults and children. Watching the story for us is SABC News reporter Nonhlanhla Jele, who reports live now from Mbombela in Mpumalanga. And I cannot imagine a more, I suppose, difficult condition to live in. Nonhlanhla, help us get a sense of how residents there are responding to this.
Good morning to you, Ayanda, and to the viewers at home. Indeed, it's a sunny day currently in Mataffin, where we are at this point. But of course, as it starts getting darker, the rain starts coming and the residents start living in fear because, as you said, water starts spilling into their yards. I'm just going to ask Umzo just to show you what is happening on my left. You will see a two-line wall that is built in this yard, Ayanda. This yard is one of those houses where it floods. Water comes from the street and goes into the yard. So the owner of this house had to resort to building a wall on his gate, meaning they can't access the house with a car anymore at this point because of the water that comes into the house and goes into the house and of course the yard. He says to us there was a heap of sand that he was planning to build a wall around his yard, but unfortunately for him, when it rained last week heavily, so all that sand got washed away and onto the other houses at the back of his house. He says that many furniture, many of the things in the house, the furniture, the food, all got spoiled. Many things had to be thrown away. The beds were wet, the couches were wet, furniture got destroyed as a result. But I'm just going to speak to the councillor just to bring him in of this area. Councillor Mkhonto, thank you so much for your time and for joining us at the SABC. It's quite a devastating thing that we're hearing from the residents, especially with water coming into their houses. What are you and the municipality doing to try and help these residents?
Thank you, and let me pass the warm greetings to residents and viewers at home. I'm Councillor Mkhonto from the city of Mbombela in Ward 14. We have brought in intervention. One, we've brought an excavator that is opening the trenches that are within this area so that we can redirect the water so that these people can't be affected. The second measure that we'll be dealing with is that there's a place on top where some of the water is coming from. We will be making sure that we'll be trenching that space and putting a 9mm storm drainage pipes when those that are supplying us are opening next week. So that will reduce the volume of water that is coming towards the end of this area, because Mataffin is a wetland, and the other things that we are facing in Mataffin is that people are building in streams where they is not supposed to build, which makes it difficult for the water to go smoothly and go to where it must be in the rivers and at your dams. So we hope and believe that in the next 2-3 weeks we'll be making sure that the area goes back to its normal way of making sure that people can reach their houses without troubles. The executive mayor already issued a statement 2 days ago that they will be releasing and activating all the yellow plants around the city so that it can start addressing the troubles that people are facing about this issue of roads and other stuff. That is what we'll be doing. We'll be making sure constantly we are following everything and anything. It is better now where we are with these 2 lines of the wall that has been built. After I've engaged Simbini last week with the issues that he raised, that even after we have tried to resolve the matter here, which was so bad in a number of times, he's saying that he's still affected. So we're trying to find another way of making it a point that the volume of water that is coming towards this direction can impact negatively to him and his families when they are here. When you are sleeping and starting to dream, you find that you find yourself in a river that you didn't plan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Ayanda. As you have heard Councillor Mkhonto saying, they've deployed a number of solutions, especially in this area, also pointing to this drainage system that is right behind me, saying this was also a problem, but they had to come up with ways to try and stop the water from overflooding into these houses. Also saying that many of the people here have built in areas where they are not supposed to be building. This, especially Ayanda, happens up there in the mountains where water flows down into these houses. Hence, many of the the families here are affected by the flooding. And also we saw back just behind this house a sewer system that is not closed. The residents say to us it overfloods with water, with the rain as it rains, and then this water obviously spills into their homes. But as you have heard the councillor saying, they are meeting on a regular basis with the residents and trying to find ways to try and open other streams so where they can direct this water so that it doesn't continue to affect the residents in this area. Ayanda?
What a troubling state of affairs. Nonhlanhla Jele, live to us there from a community called Mataffin in Mbombela. For now, thanks very much indeed.